Hey guys, what's up? Eric from winwiththepass.com. Thanks again for checking out this video. I know it's been a couple of weeks since the last one, so I apologize for that, but just a busy time of year. I know you guys get that. So anyway, I wanted to come to you guys today and just make sure I got a video out to you and hopefully to encourage you and maybe give you a couple pointers. Today we're going to talk about four verticals, but more specifically, we're going to talk about not getting bored with success. So I'm going to show you a drive where we just ran four verticals 3 or 4 times in a row because it was working. And sometimes I think that's so important as a play caller. If you find a hole in the defense and the defense doesn't adjust, run the same play over and over and over again until they stop it, right? I mean, let's not overcomplicate matters. So what we had on Friday night is we had legitimate cover three, which quite honestly, we don't get a lot of in spread formations. But if you ever do get cover three, you got to run four verticals, right? You got to just take advantage of the fact that they have one high safety in the middle of the field, and he's actually off the screen right now, so you can't see him, but one high safety trying to guard both of your seam routes. So just a reminder, four verticals out of trips, okay, one of my favorite plays in all of football. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go up the seam, the opposite seam with our Y, okay? We're going to go up the play side seam with our H, and then obviously outside we're running vertical and vertical, okay? What this does is this puts the safety, again, who's back here and you can't see him, it puts that safety on an island and he has to choose between those seam routes. And what we tell our QB is when you get one high safety, always read seam to seam, okay? Unless you have press like up here and you have a stud, you can beat press. But here, we're getting kind of soft cover three, right? So we're probably not going to get this vertical, and we're probably not going to get this vertical, but the middle of the field is wide open, with those two seam routes. So again, what I'm going to do here, this is a little bit different. Usually I show you guys like one cut up. I'm going to show you 3 plays in a row and show you how we just kept coming back to the same thing because the defense literally was not making any adjustments. All right, so here we go. 4 verts, first play. All right, so we got verticals. All right, so there we go. Our Y doing a nice job of working to the opposite seam. Teach him to get an outside release, obviously, on that backer, right? He's working to that opposite seam, and we got a window. Now, again, there's a safety right here, which you can't see, but what happens when they're playing cover three, remember, these guys play linebacker, right? This outside guy and this backer here, they play linebacker because they're run guys. They're run stoppers. They're not going to be able to cover your slot receivers, and they're not going to carry him to 12 yards very often. So if you get this look, throw 4 verts after 4 verts after 4 verts after 4 verts and keep throwing it, all right? So here we go. First time, 4 verts, okay? Nice ball by the QB. Our Y drops it, but it was a good read, okay? And actually, we had this guy also, right? We got a window right there we can throw, or we got a window right there we can throw. Because again, we're reading that one high safety. And because they're only playing one high, we can manipulate that guy with our eyes. And they literally can't be right. Now, what they were doing is they were dropping their, I guess this is their Sam backer or their Will, whatever you want to call him. They're dropping him to like 6 or 7 yards to try to give a little bit more support in the passing game. But still, we run right by him, right? And we have both of those guys. We could actually throw a back shoulder to our Z right here as well. Actually, the safety was kind of cheating over here. This is our best player, so the safety was kind of cheating over to our X on this play as well. But anyway, one high safety, we teach our guy to read seam to seam, okay? So let's go through, let's coach the quarterback up really quick. Let's look at his technique. 1, 2, 3. Remember on verts, we teach a 3-step drop, so that's a really nice job. We don't block very well, but he does a really good job of reading that safety and delivering the ball on time. Now, I actually like to see him throw it a step sooner. I'd like to see him throw it right now, right? He's in the motion of throwing the ball, but I'd like to see that ball thrown actually when the Y is about here. I'd like to see that ball in the air right now, right? As soon as he clears the backer, the ball is waiting for him in that hole. Still though, it's a nice ball, right? It's right in the pocket. Our Y just drops it, okay? Now, a lot of times, and here's what I want to make the point today. A lot of times as play callers, we'll look and we'll say, man, we missed that play, right? Let's not do that again. But what we did is we did the exact opposite. Now we happened to get a pass interference. Actually, we got a late hit call right there. So we got ourselves a first down, even though we dropped the ball. So that's a benefit. But we just come back to the exact same play. The only difference here is we swing the back on this one because if we go back one play, you guys can see what happens. They're running kind of a blitz peel game, and their middle backer is trying to guard our back, we think, or maybe they're guarding him with the outside backer, right? And he's going to blitz peel. We're not really sure. So on the very next play, the only thing we do different is we swing the back instead of keeping him in on protection, which is fine. But again, we just come back with the same play. And our thought process was, well, they got one high safety, so let's just run 4 verticals again, right? Now, the QB does an awesome job here of seeing they bring blitz, so he just dumps the swing route, okay? But again, we could have thrown the seam, right? We got the seam, and we have the bender. We could have thrown that. We could have thrown that. We could have thrown back shoulder there. If they give you one high safety, just run 4 verticals and keep running it. But QB does a nice job of checking down. That's what we teach, right? He gets a little bit of blitz in his face. Find your running back. Get him the football, let him get upfield. So we got a nice gain of about 7 right there. So what do you think we do on the next play? Well, let's not get bored with what works. Let's run it again. 4 verticals again. And guess what? The defense is doing the exact same thing. We swing the back again. We have the back again. But the QB, reading one high safety, hits the seam route. Okay? Now we happen to have a really good athlete playing Y for us. He takes the football, and he's going to break a tackle, and he's going to go to the house. But all of it is predicated upon us as play callers just not getting bored. Right? They're going to give us one high safety. We're going to call play that works against one high safety and then trust our guys to execute. Now here they make our job a little bit easier, and they blitz both inside backers, so the crosser is wide open. And that's an easy throw for the QB. I mean, any QB. Again, this kid's a freshman right here. He can make that throw, right? 1, 2, 3, ball's out, gone, right? So my point is this, right? We know the mechanics of 4 verticals, and we know if there's one high safety, that's a great play to run. But my bigger point is don't get bored with success, right? Something is working. Most high school defensive coordinators are not going to make mid-series and mid-drive adjustments. They might make a halftime adjustment, but if 4 verticals works on first down, even though we dropped the ball, it's probably going to work on second down, and it's probably going to work on third down, and it's probably going to work on fourth down. We just got to stay patient and do what we know works, right? So that's my tip today. If you find a hole in the defense, keep exploiting it until they make an adjustment, right? And I think, whether it's 4 verticals or whether it's running, black or blue, whatever it is, just keep running what you know works. I mean, look at this again. We could have hit the back again here. We could have hit back shoulder. Obviously we got the seam right over the middle. So that's my point. Keep running what you know works, and don't get bored with success, right? Don't get bored and think you have to be super creative. Run what works and keep running what works until the defense adjusts. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate it. I will be back in the next couple of weeks with another video. Have a great day, and good luck this weekend.